Today on the Tiger Lacrosse Report, head coach Shawn Nadelen and I will preview the Tigers tournament game against the Loyola Greyhounds. Get ready, Tiger fans. The Tiger Lacrosse Report starts now.
Or is this the high? Just let it go, enjoy the ride. Without the low, there ain't a high.
AT&T knows the best kind of holiday is the kind where everyone gets what they wished for. Make this holiday extra happy when you buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones. Like the Samsung Galaxy S6. Buy one, get one free. So spread some cheer and capture every minute of it. Right now at AT&T, buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones.
How long does it take to change the game of basketball? Days, years, decades? How about 0.4 seconds? All of a sudden, big ain't so big no more. Small ain't so small. The step back three is the new dunk. Follow through is the new poster. Range is the new hang time. How long to change the game of basketball? 1 second or less.
White Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and it's locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl and chocolate-covered pretzel. How can you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packets of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Hello again and welcome to the Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas. After having defeated the Denver Pioneers, the Tigers earned a rematch with local rival Loyola. The first time these two teams met, the Tigers came away with a 10-8 victory at Ridley Field. Towson now has to go back and play the Greyhounds in Ohio, of all places, at Ohio State University. Joining me now, the head coach of the Tigers, Shawn Nadelen. And Coach, that game took place way back on March the 2nd. Obviously, both teams have had a lot of success. Then Loyola coming into this one with a 9-game winning streak.
Yeah, a lot of momentum for those guys. I think they really understand who they are and what helps them be successful. The young guys on their, Patrick Spencer specifically on their team, really starting to feel confident in what he can do. They're giving more trust and then giving him the ball much more, which I don't blame him. He's a terrific talent. And, everybody on the offensive end complements each other. Everybody on the defensive end complements each other. They made a goalie change. That's been working out well for them. So, again, a team that really, I think, believes in what they have right now, believe in how they're playing, and a very confident group.
For you and your team, this is kind of odd. For the first time in a couple of weeks, you don't have a game in the middle of the week. Exams are coming to an end. Is there kind of a sense of relief that you now have 7 days to get ready for a lacrosse game?
It helps in that we are in exams, so we can give the guys, we gave them Monday and Tuesday off after the Denver game in regards to just get exams, focus on that, get your recovery, making sure you get in for treatments, but really just focus on finishing out the academic year strong, button up the finals and get that taken care of. Guys will be graduating on Wednesday and Thursday, so making sure, they're not worrying too much about lacrosse, in the early part of the week, getting the academics taken care of, and then, once Tuesday night comes around, the focus shifts right to lacrosse, and it's a great time of year because you're a professional lacrosse player. You get to focus on that. We get to have them all the time, and what we need to do with them to prepare, and it does help having that buffer for recovery as well as making sure the guys finish the academic year strong.
Do you think it's also going to help you that you have gone to Ohio and played at Columbus earlier this year when you beat Ohio State?
I got to imagine it's going to be a positive for us, having been out there early in the year, played in the stadium, had success in the stadium, know what the trip entails, familiar with it. So yeah, I got to imagine our guys, feel comfortable with that, and we don't have to worry about logistics as much and worry about getting a lay of the land. We've been there.
People say it's always tough to beat the same team twice in the same year in lacrosse. You've done it twice. You beat Drexel twice, you beat Fairfield twice. Now you're playing Loyola for the second time. Can you take anything away from your preparation of the games against Drexel and Fairfield the second time around and move that to this game against Loyola?
We treat it as the next opponent, the next game in front of us. We don't look at it as, a team that we played previously in the year. It's, that helps you because you're familiar with each other. I think both teams, you got a little bit of a taste of each other early in the year, but again, that was, a couple months ago. So teams have evolved, but you do understand personnel a little bit more. So for us, having played a couple teams so far this year, twice, I think it helps in regards to that. But we're looking at it as Loyola's the next opponent, regardless if we played them in the previously or not. And then see what they're doing differently. Obviously, we're doing some things differently, and being able to prepare just like we would for any opponent.
You look at Loyola, and they do have a good offense. I mean, averaging almost 11 goals a game. Spencer and Haywires have gone haywire this year. Spencer, a local kid, did you see him being this explosive in high school? Are you surprised that in his freshman year he's been able to do what he's been able to do?
Not overly surprised, no. Watching him play in high school, he was a top talent. He was really good coming out of high school, played in a strong, the MIA, strong conference in the country, and was successful, very successful in that. And just the way he operated, in that kind of quarterback position, the confidence he had, the playmaking ability he had, and not overly surprised, especially with his physical stature. He's got a good frame. It wasn't like he was going to come in and have to put on 30 pounds of muscle and be much more explosive or anything like that. He had that. He's a really nice athlete. I think pretty sure he's a pretty good basketball player, out of high school as well. So he was ready for the changeover.
Last week you faced Connor Cannizzaro, one of the best goal scorers in the country. You shut him down effectively for 58 minutes. He had one goal, only took a couple of shots, really was not a factor in Denver's offense. Can you look at that and move that to this week with Pat Spencer?
You hope. They're different, a couple different types of players. First off, physically, Connor was, I don't even know his size, 5'8", 5'9", maybe. Spencer's, well over 6 foot. So you're looking at that. You're looking at they dodge differently. So in regards to the level of or caliber of player, yes, very similar, but physically different. Dodge differently. And the way we're able to be effective against Connor, we're going to have to do the same against Patrick. It's a team effort. You can't just set one guy out there on an island and say, go get him, and we're not going to help you. That's not how we play defense. So we got to support if and when needed.
And then quickly on the offensive side, you're going to see a new goalie, not the guy you saw back in March. How does that affect things?
Well, you just got to see the film, see what see his strengths. Try to stay away from that, and then try to expose his weaknesses. The thing for us offensively always is to generate high quality shots, get them on cage in good spots, and then put it in the net.
All right. Well, the Tigers and the Greyhounds will hit the field in Columbus, Ohio, Sunday, May 22nd, and are scheduled for a 2:30 face-off. The game will be available for viewing on ESPNU. I'll have the call on TowsonTigers.com starting at 2:15. Coach, thanks for joining us, and obviously best of luck, and hopefully next week we're sitting here talking about Memorial Day weekend.
Thanks, Spiro.
Thanks for joining us today on the Towson Sports Network for another edition of the Tiger Lacrosse Report with head coach Shawn Nadelen. I'm Spiro Morekas. Have a great weekend, and as always, go Tigers.